Well, I guess we're back in Hanau, and this is my old high school, the Friedrich-Ebert-Schule, or the Ebert Realschule. Spent here a few years. Actually, that's where Mario and I met. It's one of the Turkish ladies crossing the streets. I thought I had to film that real quick. Here's Mario smoking a cigar. Actually, we're all smoking cigars here, just kicking back on his patio. And that's Marcos' girlfriend Sandra, and here's Marcos with a cigar. And I had to try one of those suckers too, and I must say I really do not enjoy smoking cigars at all. Well, but at that time I guess it was okay. We all had a few beers already. Here we're going about 210 kilometers per hour, which is about 130 miles per hour in American standards. No, we have not topped the car yet, not maxed it out, but we really didn't go any faster. Didn't feel the need to go any faster. But I guess I thought I had to put that on here. Here's in Hanau again, just driving towards Frankfurt. Here's Frankfurt. You see it on the skyscrapers, and it's on the main river, and sometimes it's called Manhattan, not Manhattan, Manhattan, and due to the main river. And some small cars, you see those actually also driving in Mexico quite a bit. And here we're just cruising around, seeing what Frankfurt is like, and for you guys to see how small the cars are. And of course, please pay attention, taxis are in Germany Mercedeses. They do get discounts from the Mercedes dealers, I guess. Otherwise it's hard to handle. Here were some sex shops, and that was right now the railroad station of Frankfurt too. And now we're just cruising to the side roads here. Here's another sex shop, and another one. And prostitution is legal in Germany. Not saying I'm condoning it, but it is legal. There's a police car. Here we're going by the Römer. Those are Roman leftovers from the Roman Empire a few years back. And very nice traditional area to go to. Nice beer gardens. They're all over the place, those beer gardens. Sit back, have a couple of beers, and eat something. This is the old area of Frankfurt, also historic area as well. Frankfurt has several of them, but this one is, I think, world famous for its architecture, I guess. Just a sweeper around again. There's a beer garden on the other side. I'll zoom that one in a little bit, but actually it was cold that day. And that was June, July. I mean, actually the end of June. Still we're freezing. Well, we decided to get something to eat, so we're headed down to a secret little outfit only insiders know, and we had some really good food there, and some nice signs actually what they are, and some Feuerrädchen, and then here Kanonenstempel. That's the one actually we went to. And there used to be a farmhouse, and here we're going to the main gate of the farmhouse, which has been changed around. And the area where we ate is actually the space in between that place we just walked through and the stalls they had. This here is Handkäse mit Musik. This is cheese, onions, and some bread. Kind of pickle. That's Mario's wife, Marion. And that's a schnitzel. That's some really good stuff. Jäger schnitzel. No, that's some awesome stuff. This is has always been my favorite ice place in Hanau. We went back to the Hanau again. You're right. And this is Italian ice cream. We're talking about the real Italian ice cream, not what I have had here in El Paso, what they call Italian ice cream. Don't even think of it like that. This is back in my hometown where we had the street festival, and that's the old school built in 1700s, and that's the old Protestant church. It's still working the church. The school, I think there's nothing there anymore except people live there nowadays. We're coming from the back and going down to the main road. Here's the main road again. And people are slowly but surely piling up. More and more people are coming. There are stands all over for food, beer, and fire department here, and chess clubs, and everything has their little stands out, and bird watchers. It's everything. It's a German paramedic or EMT, and of course we had to kick back and have a couple of beers. Actually, we're here at Marcos' mother's stand from the Bird Watchers Club, and he's bringing a few beers, and Sandra has apple wine. So that's our favorite pastime: eat and drink. Drink beer, of course, you know. A nice, good head. We like good head. I'm just kidding. Well, And here I'm eating some raw ground beef, actually, believe it or not, but it's especially made for being able to eat like that without any parasites. And I guess Mario had something between his teeth. He had a hard time getting it out, actually. And he sees the sausages hanging in the back. Oh, this is delicious. Anyway, more and more people are coming, and we're just walking around, strolling up and down the area, and just enjoying the scenery. Mario and I decided we had to stop by and kick back again and have some more beers, because it was already must have been about 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago we had our last beer. So we went to one of my favorite bars from way back when. It still is, of course. It's also a club and restaurant. It's like a miniature Applebee's, if you want to compare it to here. And they have good food there, and then you get served waitresses. And I guess she was a little bit confused looking at me, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, here's a beer. Of course nobody can read the label, so please turn it around if you don't mind. There you go. That's a good beer, actually. So we had fun drinking it. Well, this is a Drosselbad. That's the bar well, I just told you, and I actually went in there and I asked her if I could take a picture inside, and that's the owner. And there was no problem with that at all. Just see what it looks like. This is, like I said, nothing fancy. This is just average type of restaurant we have over there. Of course there's different types, but this is really just average, even though they have all those napkins and look nice. Nothing fancy. Well, here's an old friend of mine. He's the owner of the nursery now in my hometown. This is Booby, another former soldier, a little bit older than I am, but we used to all hang out as kids. Here's Mario with apple wine, another beer stand, and we're still drinking. It's been about 4 or 5 hours and we haven't stopped really drinking, but just having fun walking around. And yes, girls do drink beer too. And here's Marcos again, and Marion. Mario has to make fun, typical. He's crazy. But anyway, we had a good time. So don't think we're alcoholics, but we are. You can see this place is really getting packed. And this is the whole weekend. This is the last weekend of June, and it's just people just pouring in from all over different towns. It's almost like an Oktoberfest, and we're just partying, having a good time, and beer just flows without end. And for some reason, okay, some people get drunk and act stupid, but most of them just act normal. That's strange. But even though we drink a lot of beer, like you can see, it just gets poured and poured. And this is pretty much the end of it, and we're just heading back to the car. This is Wilhelmsbad, like I said earlier when we're driving earlier in the video. I was hoping I had some clips of it, and sure enough I did. Like I said earlier, this here is where one of the royal blood here sold the troops to America to fight America, and they were called the Hessians. And those buildings, this whole area was financed from that money. So I guess the United States or the Brits financed this nice area. Everything is artificial, well, except that Swan maybe not, but that lake the Swan is artificial. All the ruins that are around it, the buildings that look old and destroyed, actually were built like that. They were built to look destroyed. They were built to look historic. Huh? This here is the big park that is all over this whole area. People just enjoy this sunny day today, I guess, and we're walking to a carousel built in the 1770s. It's not working anymore, but I was just browsing the website. They're thinking of rebuilding it or just making it work again. Like I said, everything's artificial. And like the drawbridge, that little canyon was artificial too. Little tiny cars we have in Germany. I have no idea what this is, but I would like to have one. I guess gets you 500,000 miles per gallon or something. I don't know. This is actually the owner, or it used to be the owner of Wilhelmsbad. There used to be a road going right straight from that castle to that area you just saw, Wilhelmsbad, but that road has long been gone too. It's a beautiful castle though. Behind that is the Main River. It's called Main, and that's where it is. Well, this was also the day when I think the World Cup soccer was, and actually Germany lost against Turkey, and we do have a lot of Turks in Hanau, so the cops were all over the place, as you can see right now. Here are some sad fans. Germany kind of lost. The flags are down, and they were used as clothing now, I guess. Here's a police barricade. Those are not just the regular police officers, those are the special troops. This is actually going towards my high school again. We try to go to one of those Turkish stands to get some Turkish food. Weren't able to do so though. And you can see their armored bulletproof vests, etc., and all those fans driving around there. But I heard nothing really happened that day, even though everybody expected it. But I guess security was tight enough that nothing did happen, so lucky for us. Here we are now going down towards my parents, as far as I recall, and we're going down on the Autobahn highway, and it's kind of packed, and it looks like they did some construction there. That's why it's kind of narrow, but well, it is narrow, but not that much. So let's see what else is coming on the tape later on.